Hello everyone, thank you for coming. This is my presentation. I'm Danilo, I'm an architect and a PhD student at University of Huddersfield. I just started my third year and this is the original title from my paper, Social Constructive Account Collaboration, but I think that what I'm presenting today is a bit of an expansion of what was the paper and the current state of my research. So the current title of my research is Collaborative Concept Design. This paper was written together with Patricia and Mike at the University of Huddersfield. So I started with the context of my research. So I would like to understand what is collaboration, but especially in the early design stages, what we are considering as early design stages. So if we have, if we use as a framework what we have in the Lean project delivery, and then even compared to what with the Weber plan of work, the first three stages in the Weber plan of work and the project definition, the Lean project delivery, is basically establish what is supposed to be early design stage in terms of abstract and conceptual decisions. And what is really interesting and triggers is that how the outputs and the tasks that are supposed to happen in this early design stage requires a multidisciplinary team. So that's what I'm calling this as a collective enterprise of construction should start with these interrelationships from the beginning. And we have a bit of not so clear definitions of how this should happen. Okay? So what is, and we are supposedly to be collaborating in that stage. So what is the collaboration problem related to that situation? Many previous research, especially the design research, have been stating that one problem is that the designers or this multidisciplinary team doesn't have much understanding of how other designers or how the team operates, and they don't know how they operate, and especially what are the interdependencies between them. They have limited understanding that. Those misunderstandings come around related to vague design representations or undocumented decisions between those players. This happens based, one of the reasons for this is that these different disciplines come with different languages, different standards, and especially wrong assumptions between those disciplines. So my research aim was to try to understand better what is affecting this consensus building and especially the emergent misunderstanding between those players, and consequently, if we could understand better, try to identify how we could measure collaboration at these early design stages. So what I'm proposing, what I'm trying to develop is a theoretical model of the collaborative concept design and as a social constructive activity that I will be explaining a bit. And that with this theoretical model provide a more affordable, more broad explanation, and consequently try to think about measures to think and ways to measure collaboration, and consequently try to improve this collaboration. So my quest started with some literature background and hypotheses and previous research from different backgrounds of, for example, in operations research, the work of Akoff, or more recent work on healthcare design management, in terms of saying that different ways of looking at the phenomenon of collective actions have been hindering the way that people act. So different ways of looking at social systems have limited our ability to work upon those social systems. So my hypothesis was, is there a misconception on the nature of the phenomenon affecting the way that we understand and act in collaborative action? With this research problem stated and the hypothesis established, I started my research process through a deductive reasoning, trying to understand what are those concepts of collaboration that we have in the literature, not only construction research, but actually going back to economics, social science research. And what I could understand is that there are mainly three different metaphors, understanding of collaboration, that I will show you in a bit. And with this, developed then a second stage of the research with empirical studies to try to identify how I could identify and measure these misunderstandings in practice through a protocol analysis. And then a second case study trying to understand the relationship between the perception of collaboration and how these actions in practice were happening. And then a third case study, which is I'm proposing a change experiment, trying to act with multidisciplinary teams to intervene in their process with some triggers to improve their collaboration. I'll be explaining that in a second. So in this process, this is kind of just for perspective of this through literature review that I did concepts of collaboration. What I could identify is that I could aggregate those concepts of collaboration, three major definitions. One, which is the mechanistic metaphor, which defines collaboration in terms of a process. So it's a process that was predefined by someone at some point, and then the pieces of this process have to act upon that collaboration that was predefined. In the organismic metaphor, collaboration is defined as a particular kind of organization. So, but the thing is, this organization was also designed before, and then these pieces as players, they have limited ability of changing their behavior or their actions towards that collaborative organization. There is a central mind defining what should be the interactions. And the third definition, the third metaphor, is that collaboration as an emergent behavior in society. So the difference is that each piece of this system has the capacity to think by themselves, and they redefine what is collaboration, the purpose of the collaboration at the whole time. These aligned, and the third concept aligned with the activity theory framework. So I come to the activity theory frameworks understanding that social systems will work towards interpretation, and for example, the graph here at the bottom right shows an idea of the types of work, and especially coming from Anderson. And then the third, the high element, which is co-configuration work, which these activity systems interact to reconceptualize their actions and interactions. Which is the one that most represent what has happened in the concept design stage, the early design stages. So what I did was to analyze and to try to get definitions for shared understanding in design, in a more appropriate definition of collaboration that comes from this social perspective of the activity. So the bottom-up model represents the concept, it's the representation of design activity proposed by Sean, which it's an iterative cycle of framing and moving and reflection. But when it comes to the collective design, we have these actions happening, but we have to add three more actions which are important for the group to be cohesive. So what I have here is three more actions like collective representation, collective appreciation, and the reflective dialogue. With that understandings and with that model, I'm working towards this final model, which is the collaborative concept design, which comes from the activity theory idea. In this diagram, I just changed the position. So in the higher level, we have the perception of the situation, the lower level, the perception of the actions. So in a collaborative situation, the team will have to work towards the perception of choice, the perception of performance, and the perception of resource, and perception of artifacts. What that means is that in the perception of choice, we have similar concepts coming from economics and different fields like social dilemma and even the concept of wicked problem. The thing is that we have an interdependent team able to make independent choices. So they have to be able to perceive that as a group, and the same for the rest of the elements of perception. So if the perception is the core element that is triggering this movement, the dynamic cycle of collaboration, in practice, we can measure collaboration through identifying the assumptions and the metaphors that happens in the dialogue between the different players. So the assumptions are the things that we cannot control and that we use as like a cognitive trigger. And then the metaphors is the one that will breach the perception. So just briefly to sum up what I have been doing in terms of the case study, I observed design charrette with these interactions between designers. In that situation, what I did was to track down these moments of assumptions and metaphors between the players. This helped me to refine the method. And that now I'm following a case study with in a preliminary design stage with a multidisciplinary team interacting in many other situations. So, and what I did different was to make some interviews to capture their perceptions and then compare these with the actions of assumptions and metaphors. And then the final one, which is the other ongoing element, that's what I'm intending to finish by the end of this year, is the change experiment. So I'm developing a game, in principle, in which, based on the choosing by event ideas, in which the players need to work towards their shared understanding about each of the requirements of the players. And then we have some triggering actions to make them reflect about what they are doing and how they can improve the shared understanding between the group. That's, in conclusion, that's basically this. I mean, I think that collective perception could be a measure of collaboration, and the changing experiment is a powerful way to simulate this reflective dialogue that's fundamental for collaboration. Sorry about the time, but thank you very much.
Thanks, Danilo. I think we have maybe 2 minutes for questions.